Part 2 of the Week 4 Monday Night Football doubleheader. Two clubs looking for a Big Sean bounce back. Cincinnati Bengals on the road having to really hit it after a debacle versus the Vikings. In Denver taking on the Broncos, who came up just short in their Battle of the Ducks.
23-20. Zeros on the clock. It's over.
Denver now has to work their way back to 500. The path back seems lined up to run through their defense, taking on Jake Browning, whose first fill-in work of 2025 did not go well. 140 yards, a touchdown against 2 interceptions, a low 60s rate, 1 house call.
Picked off, and he's racing down the sideline, going the distance.
Bengals offense wanders into Week 4 off a 10-point game. They have ended with less than 18, 2 of 3 games.
You got to play more sound football than that, and the Cincinnati Bengals have been about as unsound as you possibly can be.
Can Browning go Stella and find his groove against Denver's defense? On one hand, they did just give up 300 yards to Justin Herbert, let him drive down the field on them twice in the fourth quarter late, which led to the late loss and to 23 points, 23-plus points allowed back-to-back games.
Caught! Touchdown! Touchdown!
At the same time, Browning isn't looking at a rattled secondary. Herbert threw 47 times, and they held him to 1 touchdown, under 6.5 yards per attempt, into a sub-80 rate.
It's the first pick of the season by the Denver defense.
And how about the trench battle? Bronx pass rush wrapped Herbert up 5 times, Jonathan Cooper with 1, DJ Jones, John Franklin Myers. Nick Bonito storms in off a 2-sack game.
Bonito! Like a torpedo!
Browning took 3 sacks. Bengals QBs took 4 total in the game last week.
Browning getting chased, no chance. Oh, what a sack.
Now, when you give up 300 yards, you're letting pass catchers eat. Broncos gave up 59 yards to running back Omarion Hampton, 46 allowed to Aronde Gadsden, 41 to McLovin, 89 yards to Quentin Johnston, 65 and a TD to Keenan Allen.
Allen, what a play!
They don't face any Cincinnati pass catchers with mojo after last week. Noah Fant, 5 targets, 26 yards. T. Higgins, only 2 targets, 15 yards. Mike Gesicki, 6 yards. Jamar Chase had 50 yards, has led them in receiving yards back-to-back weeks.
Good catch, snatched out of the air by Chase. Wow.
And then there's the Bengals' run game. May have bottomed out last week with Samaje Perine leading them with just 21 yards. Chase Brown, 10 attempts, 0.3 yards per carry. Bengals haven't run for 55 yards in a game yet.
And they do it again. Run on first down to no effect at all with Brown.
Broncos are tough here too. Held Omarion Hampton to 3.7 yards per carry. Did give up 70 yards and a touchdown to him, but they've held 2 of the 3 primary backs they've faced under 4 per run this year.
Devoured inside by Jones.
Denver's own run game wasn't at fault in their loss to LA. Bo Nix with another subpar outing. Hasn't looked great 2 of the 3 games. Offense only managed 20 points, haven't scored 21 in 2 of 3. They went 2 for 13 on 3rd down last week.
It's 4th and 10, and the punting unit for the Broncos takes the field.
Maybe a defense that gave up 34 of the 48 Minnesota posted last week is the cure. Bengals defense giving up 27-plus back-to-back games let Minnesota go 4 for 5 in the red zone.
Cincinnati now has its biggest deficit at any point in Bengals history.
Bengals secondary made Carson Wentz seem relevant again. Not a ton of yards allowed, but gave up a rate near 130, 2 touchdowns, over 8.5 yards per attempt, no picks.
Carson Wentz drives him right down the field for an opening touchdown.
Now their DBs try and slow Nix after a dud in LA. 153 yards, a sub-90 rate, hasn't thrown for more than 7 yards per attempt in a game yet.
And the Chargers hold Denver out of the end zone.
Cincinnati's secondary gave up a TD and 49 yards to tight end TJ Hawkinson in their most recent loss, gave up 75 yards to Justin Jefferson. Denver's WR1 did show out versus the Chargers. Cortland Sutton caught 6 passes, 118 yards, and a score.
Look at him, they got Sutton. That's 6. Touchdown, Denver.
But Troy Franklin, 4 targets, 8 yards. Marvin Mims, 4 targets, 4 yards. Their running back, J.K. Dobbins, the other O guy who's working off a good day at work, 83 yards on 7.5 a run and a touchdown, 5.4 plus yards per carry back-to-back games, 76 plus rush yards back-to-back games.
Look at the hole by the corkscrewing Dobbins up the middle.
Nix added 33 rush yards as well, ran 8 times in a game that he took 2 sacks in.
And here comes Nix. Look out! Down he goes, hit on the plate.
Only 3 sacks taken over 3 games, so not usually a problem. Trey Hendrickson comes calling next. He wasn't in on any of the Bengals' Week 3 sacks, and they had 3, the most they've had in a game so far.
Wentz dropped for the 3rd time.
Gave up over 110 yards on 7.3 a try to Jordan Mason a week ago, 2 TDs allowed.
Mason in for a 2nd touchdown.
Cincinnati has beat Denver 3 of the last 4 times they've squared off. Last year, in OT, the most recent, first time they ever met, 1968. Do you know who took round 1?
The first to fall prey were the skitterish Denver Broncos. In their first home game of the season, the Bengals attacked the Broncos like so much fresh meat on the hook. The defense, a blend of rookies and veterans, showed they had learned the first rule of survival: go for the kill. On offense, the Bengals displayed a mixture of naive exuberance and sophisticated determination. Their strong runners clawed for every yard and were capable of exploiting a key block and turning it into a score. And they could pounce through the air. The Bengals had tasted blood, and they liked it. Their first trophy was won 24-10, and the game ball was sent to the Hall of Fame.